San Jose State offensive lineman David Quest.
We used to be so strong, and now your words are covered in lies.
Welcome everybody to Justin Godsey TV. I am your host, Justin Godsey. Thank you so much for checking out tonight's video. Tonight, guys, the San Diego Padres has officially traded their closer, Huston Street. He has been traded to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in exchange for a nice package of prospects that will help the San Diego Padres somewhere down the line. Now, Huston Street has been the big subject in trade rumors right next to Chase Headley the past year. And, surprisingly, I thought, Chase Headley would be that guy to likely go first, because Huston Street, when they acquired him, from the Colorado Rockies, I was expecting a lot of good things to come from Huston Street coming over here to the San Diego Padres. I really like what this team had around him. Cameron Maybin, Chase Headley, Yasmani Grandal, Rene Rivera, Yonder Alonso, you name it, this team is really set to go. But you know what? Things have took a turn for the worst. He fired their GM this year, and the Padres are, yes, they're in third place. They're surviving at in third place in the NL West, but they also have to look at they are 11 games behind, and it's primarily, the Dodgers and the Giants battling for number one. So, it's really tight race right now. But you know what? I really like what they have received, the San Diego Padres, going forward for their team. Now, it's a big, big trade. Let me get right into this. Now, let's start off with the guy who I'd grade these prospects. I'm a huge prospect kind of a guy, but if I had to rank these prospects, this is who I would go by. They acquired Jose Rondon. He's a shortstop down at the 66ers, the Inland Empire 66ers, which is a single-A advance for the LA Angels. He's been dealt to the San Diego Padres. He's batting .327 with 24 RBIs. He has 8 stolen bases. He has some speed to him. He's not going to wow you. He's not MLB ready right now. He's just a developmental player. You're working him up. Hopefully they can get some buzz around him. He's very young too. So he was actually in the Arizona Fall League this past fall, and he's still developmental. He's still developing, and he's not going to make that big of an impact. So, you got to give, some more time. Hopefully the player development will, help him out going down the line in San Diego. Jose Alvarez, if you guys remember his name, he was actually acquired by the Angels in the Andrew Romine trade to the Detroit Tigers. Detroit, after losing Iglesias, they were in much dire need of a shortstop, so they decided to deal Jose Alvarez, who's been down with the Toledo Mud Hens before. I think he was also a member of, he was a member of the Detroit Tigers, farm system for a number of years, since 2006. A big, lengthy veteran for a while. Has not yet made it to the big leagues until, last year, where he went 1-5 with a 5.82 ERA, but he was sent directly back down to hopefully, figure things out. He's been dealt to the San Diego Padres. He has only made 2 appearances this year, but it's nothing too serious for him. It was just, just about barely a half of an inning. So, he's going to be a guy you can look out for the San Diego Padres to call up maybe around August, when the rosters get a little bit expanded and you can start calling up some more players. So Jose Alvarez has also been traded away. Taylor Lindsay is a very talented prospect. He just went to the LA Angels back in 2012. He officially signed with the team, and I am a big fan of Taylor Lindsay, being a Scottsdale guy, a local guy here in Arizona. Back in 2009, I think he was drafted. I know I saw him play. I don't think he went to college, but I've seen him play. He went to school out here in Arizona, in Scottsdale, Arizona. I live in Mesa, Arizona. So, Taylor Lindsay is he's not going to immediately make a big enough impact. He does play solid he plays a great infield glove. He's great defensively. Hopefully he can, somewhere down the line, maybe 4 or 5 years, he can get the opportunity at the big league club. I know the San Diego Padres do have Everett Cabrera, just a big cluster infield. Also, you got Jed Jerko there. So it's very hard at this current point to really call up Taylor Lindsay. He still needs a lot more development. He still needs to add more pop to his bat. So, like I said, he's just going to be one of those developmental guys who's going to be down maybe at AA or AAA. Developing. I think AAA is just a little bit too, much for him. Maybe at low it's going to be single A, but at high it's going to be AA for Taylor Lindsay. He's still a developmental kind of a guy. And then going the LA Angels way will be Huston Street. Now, I love what Huston Street really brings to the play, having a completely just fantastic season. I really love Huston Street, being a big addition to this LA Angels team that's already in the playoff hunt. The San Diego Padres, they're out of the playoff hunt. The LA Angels are. So the Padres are really building up and trying to get, some prospects going their way. They have to acquire, much younger talent. They already have a young team around it, but you know what? You don't have, those pieces to make the next step in going into the playoffs. They don't have that playoff caliber team. Chase Headley's been underperforming. Yasmani Grandal, he has been underperforming. This whole Padres team, they really need to take a look at their squad, fix the corrections that they need, go in there and get, some sweet and talented prospects, and that's exactly what they got. There's still a prospect yet to be named that's going to be dished out or, thrown out there probably in the next day or so. So there's some continuing development in this deal. So Huston Street, how is this going to be out going into LA Angels? What roles are you going to play? Automatically, easy as pie, he's going to be a closer. Smith, they also have Gurley in their bullpen, so you have three legitimate closers. Huston Street's going to be their guy. He's more effective. Jason Gurley is now, primarily used as a setup man. Smith is going to be another, deep inning reliever kind of guy. He's done that with the Arizona Diamondbacks, so that's where I really see this entire, forte going for Huston Street, joining the LA Angels. I'm Justin Godsey for Justin Godsey TV. Let me hear your guys' opinion about this. I'll catch you guys in my next video.